Welcome back to my cooking show. Today we're gonna make pizza from scratch. We're on our way to HEB, aka Holy Ground. I got my mask. Just kill this whole operation and just go here. The original super fast pizza. I can tell you right now, my pizza's gonna be super slow. That's a girl from my middle school. Bruh, she looks grown and married and everything. And what am I doing? It's cool, everyone has their own story. Already so high. I was gonna get some fancy mozzarella and shred it myself, but it was $7. $7? So I resorted to this like $3 cheese instead. Although I'm fancy, I'm not rich.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
That legit took me over an hour. Sanitize your phalanges. Like I said, today we will be making a pizza from scratch. That includes the pizza dough and the marinara sauce. So I've done a lot of research and I'm getting a lot of different data. So I'm just gonna take the best from different recipes. This will hopefully be dinner for my family tonight, so we'll see how it goes. We're gonna start with the pizza dough first because that apparently takes a lot longer because you need to let it set for like an hour or two.
Oh my god.
We're gonna need 3/4 cup of warm water, 110-ish degrees Fahrenheit, which I don't have a way to measure that. One video said just stick your finger in. It feels warm. Sugar, salt, olive oil, all-purpose flour, and last but not least, yeast. Now, everyone's into baking bread right now during quarantine. I'm assuming that's why there was no more little packets of yeast. This was the only thing that was left. It's like rock hard. I've never used yeast before to make anything. We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of sugar. A lot of sugar. Add that warm water. So that the sugar dissolves. Now for this yeast block. It looks like mini rabbit pellets. We're gonna go ahead and put in 1 tablespoon of yeast. On top.
And then I'm going to sprinkle on 1 teaspoon of active dry yeast, 1 teaspoon,
Then 1
Tablespoon of
y'all. It was supposed to be 1 teaspoon, not tablespoon. Bro, it's too early to be making these kind of mistakes. Okay, we're gonna start over. It's okay if we have a late dinner. 1 tablespoon. I repeat, tablespoon, not teaspoon. Not teaspoon. So much better. So we're gonna let that sit for a few minutes. In all these videos I've been watching, people keep talking about their yeast like it's alive. So we're gonna wait for our yeast to come alive. While that is doing its yeasty thing, we are going to put the flour and salt inside. 2 cups of flour.
bruh.
1 teaspoon of salt. And 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I'm nervous. Boom. Ooh, that's perfect! Together. Even though this is pizza, this is the hardest thing I've had to make so far. Granted, I've made fried Oreos and ramen noodles. I'm really nervous about this yeast. There's a lot of science and chemistry involved. I am not a scientist. So then we're gonna combine these two. Here are all my cheat sheets. Add the flour, stir it up. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I just always get that feeling every time I step foot in the kitchen. Kneading is apparently the term for this. I learned that about 2 hours ago. You're not supposed to stop messing with your dough because, I don't know, it messes it up. I don't know how. We're kneading this until it turns into a dough. Oh, pizza dough. Shape it into a ball. Dough ball. We're going to stick it to our bowl. We're gonna put some olive oil in this. So beautiful. Olive oil. Then we're gonna bring our dough, coat that in olive oil. Let the dough sit in there for about an hour, or at least until, oh gosh, until it doubles in size. Isn't it funny that I sound like I know what I'm doing? I don't. Yikes. Dough done. So next we're gonna get started on the marinara sauce. We're gonna use some diced tomato, garlic powder, oregano, Italian seasoning, and salt and pepper. So we're gonna open this bad boy up. So we're actually gonna take this fancy gadget. I'm going to puree or whatever. Stick this in. I saw this on a video, so I think it'll work. Oh gosh. Oh my god. Oh. Tasty videos are only for watching, not copying.
As we're gonna do here, we're just gonna use an immersion blender.
I promise I'm not stupid. Just This is exactly why I have a Domino's gift card in case I cannot provide for my family this evening. Kitchen smells like ravioli now. So I'm gonna take the tomatoes I had left and put it in a blender. I will have a lid for this activity. I also found another can of diced tomatoes. So, hello? Oh. I think that's good. And we're gonna heat this up. Olive oil. That sounds really great. Italian seasoning. Oregano in there. It's like a fireworks show. This smells really good. So we're gonna let that sit for a bit. All right, it's starting to grow. Let's go. While we let that sit, we're actually going to work on an appetizer pizza. This is gonna be a lot simpler. Honestly, kind of similar. And some pepperoni. I actually think I did that backwards. Just look at that texture and flavor. So you can have homemade pizza that takes over an hour, or you can have this. That looks pretty twice the size-ish. Sprinkle a little bit of flour on here. This is what it looked like after letting it sit for over an hour. And we're gonna a little bit more flour.
This is a really bad angle.
You roll it into a ball. You use your pinkies and kind of like do this kind of thing. We're gonna preheat the oven to 420 because I want to. Spread the pizza dough out into pizza size. Turning a little bit more into a pizza oval, and that's okay. We're gonna use this, spread it out a bit.
Make sure you like keep it circle.
Girl, don't tell me what to do.
Are we gonna order Domino's?
No, we're not gonna order Domino's. So then we're just gonna poke some holes in it to release any air while cooking. Just watched a video and the lady said exactly that. So we're gonna take some of the sauce, like so. So we're gonna take the mozzarella.
I'm scared. I'm
I
nervous.
don't really know how ricotta goes on pizza. Pause it. Just kind of spread it out here and there. We're gonna take some pepperonis and lay them out. These are thick boys. Oh my gosh, look. Slim, thick pepperoni. Oh, baby. My dad said to put more cheese on the pepperoni. I have to obey my father, right? And we have our finished product minus the oven part. So, follow me. All right, so we're gonna slide this bad boy in. Fingers crossed it turns out okay. Now the question is, how do you know when it's ready?
Longer than a few minutes later.
Ooh. Okay. So let's try this sucker. And here we go. We're finally about to eat dinner. We don't have to talk about what time it is right now. 10 p.m. What? Here we have the pizza. It has pepperoni, ricotta cheese, mozzarella. Eat it, eat it, eat it.
Sometimes you just need to let it.
I think it's really good. If I had spread the crust more thin, it'd be like perfect. Considering I've never done this before in my life, it slaps. I just want to thank everyone who's helped me in this process. All the people that I texted. I texted 3 different people. Actually 4. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Go get yourself a pizza and good night.